suspended acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ibrahim Magu, says some of the vehicles recovered by the Efcc were auctioned off to the presidential villa, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, as well as federal tax offices and other agencies. He went on to say that some of those authorities had not paid for the vehicles, but that it had been agreed that the money would be deducted from their financial allocation. Magu wrote in a letter to the judicial panel headed by Ayo Salami entitled Alleged Case of Conspiracy, Enrichment, Abuse of Authority and Other Violations. Magu explained how some of the recovered vehicles were auctioned off. The letter was in response to an earlier report by the Presidential Committee to review the recovered assets, which accused Magu of not being able to explain the interest on the 550 billion naira recovered and the recovered vehicles and houses. In his response to the allegations of failure to account for the recovered vehicles, Magu said on the allocation of vehicles on some government agencies through a special auction with the approval of the president, the beneficiary authorities are the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, whose estimated price will be deducted from the allocation, the Chamber of Deputies, the National Commission for Refugees and Displaced Persons, the Federal Treasury, and the National Directorate of Employment. The Efcc chairman, who has been suspended, said about 450 more vehicles that have been rescued have yet to be sold, although the president has received permission to do so. The committee currently has the president's permission to dispose of more than 450 confiscated vehicles in Lagos and Abuja. The vehicles were assessed by the National Council for the Evaluation of Automobiles and the Federal Ministry of Labour and Housing. But so far, no sale or disposal has taken place, Magu said. He said some of the houses that were permanently lost to looters for the federal government have also been handed over to some government agencies such as the Voice of Nigeria, the Northeast Development Commission, and the Directorate of Transitional Pension Arrangements. The suspended EFCC chief said some other properties which had been confiscated pending the outcome of court cases were leased by the Federal Ministry of Finance, the Nigerian Army, and other government agencies. The letter said the real estate that was eventually confiscated from the Nigerian federal government and assigned to some authorities for officials' use as authorized by the President, Voice of Nigeria, National Directorate of Employment, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Northeast Development Commission, and Directorate of the Transitional Pension Agreements. Assets subject to a preliminary forfeiture order are leased to the following government agencies: Armed Forces of Nigeria, Federal Ministry of Finance, Fiscal Responsibility Commission, Nigeria Diaspora Commission, and Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. Other government agencies that have approached the Commission to rent properties for which a forfeiture order has been made are the National Humanitarian Rights Commission and the National Council for Arts and Culture. Magu said the commission also temporarily transferred properties in Lagos to the Lagos State Government. To be used as isolation centers for COVID-19 patients. The suspended EFCC chief attached photos of some of the recovered property to his letter to the panel. However, an attempt by Magu's lawyer, Wahab Shitu, to present the letter to the panel on Monday was reportedly rejected. Attempt by Magu's lawyer to present the letter to the panel on Monday was reportedly rejected. Why did they reject it? Because it's trying to defend himself. Like we always say, he's innocent until proven guilty. Okay, everybody has been saying, oh, these allegations are so weighty, and the man is coming out to say, give reports. In my own understanding, why will the report or the letter to the panel be rejected. Okay, you can see what has been going on. A lot of people, no wonder some people will just be telling you, what is it, Nigerians are complaining this and this and that, but some people are eating to over full. They are eating even to the brim. You can imagine. Hey, a lot of things, a lot of secrecy in this country. It didn't just start with this government alone. Let us not get it wrong. But the problem is that how can the government, this government that has known that a lot of these shenanigans, abnormalities, a lot of atrocities that have been going on even in the previous government, they ought to have known so that they will be able to put system in place. Now, the same thing still happening. Why do they reject the document that should open up the matter? It means their hands are also in it. I'm surprised as well. Why would they reject the letter? Okay, why Magu was arrested in as much all the properties seized were taken over by federal government agencies. That is stealing by tricks. The agencies have not paid for the vehicles and properties. It means you are deceiving the masses. Magu has genuine case if he can tender all the documents related to the said reporters. No wonder some people say, oh, all this recovered whatever, that they will release it. Oh, we thought maybe that has even gone with the older administrations, that this new administration will not tolerate all of these things. But it's just a surprising thing that we are still hearing this kind of a thing at this age and time. Okay, help you, sir. Let's do it in documents. Dog where they chop dog. Where is our presidency? Or where is our prudency? Okay, you don't finish. Why would they reject the letter if they are genuine? So now they use the fight the corruption, they reset to themselves instead of publishing publicly and involving the public to show fair process. Even if you kill Magu, you see the only corrupt element there. Man, I'm just tired of complaining. I've been because me no get at all. Really, that is absurd. But why was he Salami fighting you, sir? It is now obvious that the same presidency that constituted the judicial panel to investigate Ibrahim Magu on allegations of conspiracy, self-enrichment, abuse of authority, insubordination, etc. is the body that conspired with some ministers and heads of government agencies to reloot some of the assets recovered from the public office holders found guilty of looting the country's treasury. What a fantastically corrupt country with thieves and lunatics as leaders. Corruption fighters are opening up their can of worms day by day. The issue is, where is the money for those sold? The ones that they have not sold, they say they are going to remove the money. Now they've not paid the money, and now they are summing everything up. All of them, whether Magu and all of them, since you Magu me, I will malami you. That is what is just happening. So if you think that you are going to be embarrassing me too, I will embarrass you. That is what is happening here. All of them, the whole thing is entangled. I don't know why you think that your hands are not clean and you are going to be accusing another person, and you think the person will not be looking at you. The person will not be able to say anything. It's not going to happen. Okay, if you have the authority to lease, auction, and give out the confiscated houses and cars to aforementioned ministers and agencies, then no problem. But if your auctions is not backed up with authorization, then you have to brace up for more clarification. Nigerian leaders are the most corrupt people on earth. We never start, things will begin to unfold. Let's wait and see. They are really evil. They are shouting fake security chiefs, why them are the real chiefs of corruption. What a fraudulent country. Colleagues of reader on the platform should please stop reading all this stuff, because it's provoking, it's tiring. Of course, it's tiring. This country, more than 30 years, don't have car, no house, and people Okay, how can someone like me serving this country for 30 years don't have car, no house, and people are just there selling seized properties to themselves without paying for it, even as they have access to the treasury to steal as much as they wish? God will continue to expose them. Magu, the genius, roping everyone and anyone. Option A for Magu style. Okay, why was the letter rejected? That is a big question. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let's have your take on this issue.